Welcome to Has Academy channel, and I invite you all for this chit chat series with Dr. Poorani. Today, I have a very interesting person, a great person whom I've been there from my childhood. So she's my cousin, and she's been contributing to Has Academy and being participative in a lot of programs for herself, for her kids. She is now a coding instructor in our company. So, with great delight and excitement, I'm here to welcome Mrs. Nagammal. I call her as Nagu. And so over to you, Nagu. Just tell about yourself and your experience with Has Academy before we begin the chit chat series.
Okay. So, hi Purani. I'm Nagu. My name is Nagu Kumar, and I work as a Python coding instructor in Code Panna. And it is also a socially conscious enterprise that believes every child who wants to code should be given access to the right environment. So I have been with Has Academy say for quite 2 years. I am glad that I was a participant in the Assist World Record event organized by the Has Academy to empower women through women's real life stories. Yes, and I am really delighted to be with here, and I am really eager to ask you some of my questions that I really long answers for. Okay.
Wonderful and welcome to our chit chat series, Nagu. So I think there are a lot of questions she has related to kids. So if you are a parent or if you are dealing children, then this entire series is all about that. So over to you, Nagu, for the first question. What do you have in your mind?
Yeah. So my first question is, so basically I interact with a lot of kids during my classes, and these kids are from various countries with various age groups. Okay. So I just want to make sure how to make these kids, more interactive during the, classes, online classes that I conduct.
Wonderful. So, in NLP, that is called Neuro Linguistic Programming, we have something called VAK, that is Visual, Auditory, and Kinesthetic. So, each of the kids or each of the human beings will be dominant in each any of these. Like, some people will be visually dominant. They would love pictures. They like to see movies. They want to, visualize everything. So that is, they are all visually oriented people. If we have auditory oriented people, they love to listen. Like they want to hear good things. They want to hear nice tone. So these are auditory people where even before going to the exam, they will say, okay, tell me a story or whatever you have read. And they'll go and write an exam and get the more marks than the person who said them the story. Okay. So these are auditory people. And then we have the kinesthetic people. Kinesthetic people are those who want to do it and see. So if you are an instructor or a teacher, you need to be ensuring that you're catering to all of these categories. You need to be, your class has to have visual effects, which is also covering the visual people. The class has to have auditory things where you are asking people to repeat formulas or whatever it is. You are also, talking and explaining things to them in an auditory way, and it also has to have kinesthetic where they will do and see. Whatever you're teaching, they need to come up with experiments where they can, or on the job things where they can do it and see. So if you are able to incorporate all the three of this in your class, then all the kids will be covered into it. And more than this, we have something called whole brain technique, where we do this as in the every teachers to sculptors program. We have a program especially for teachers where we also teach them how to keep the kids engaged in the whole brain. Okay, so these things, when you are following such innovative strategies in your class, then it is going to be like a glue for the child to be glued to you the entire session. So did I answer your question?
Yes, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, may I move to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah. So the other thing is like, this is regarding myself. I just wanted to know. So when generally people become, immense stress, when they are under immense stress, they some people, tend to watch movies, and some people tend to eat, a lot, even though they don't feel that hunger in themselves. So how to, avoid such things, especially, how to avoid overeating when we are in immense stress.
So whenever you are in stress, it means that your body is needing some energy drift. So in from the current environment, first have a shift of environment. You can go to your terrace, you can go to a park nearby, or you can go someplace outside as a ride in your bike or car. You know that then there's an environment shift. So when your mind is stressed, you can first opt for an environment shift. If in case you're not able to move out of your environment, then I would say that you can start looking out to something that is going to keep your mind fresh. Divert your mind into watching a comical movie, or there are happy hormones in our body like dopamine, serotonin. All these are happy hormones. When you eat, these hormones will get generated. But if you feel eating is also, kind of causing harm to your body and more of a weight gain and other things, then we will have other set of things that we can do for, kind of generating these happy hormones. So you may talk to your friend. You need to know a list of things what you can do to energize yourself apart from eating. So you can actually write down a list of things that you can do that will keep you energetic, like talking to your friend, or going out, or watching a comedy thing, or have such diversions. Or if you have a hobby, then do that hobby. If you want to indulge in some other art form or dancing or whatever it is, move your entire body. You can jump, you can dance, then also your happy hormones are getting generated in your body. So there are a lot of other ways where you can have these happy hormones into your body. When you are looking out at such avenues of taking a diversion, then I think this food craving will not happen. This food craving is going to be reducing slowly, little by little, because the command that you give to your brain is more important. If you're giving the command, okay, come, let's eat, then it will go for the eating mode. If you're giving the command that, let me now watch a comedy movie, then it is going to execute that command. So this command that you want to give to your brain, change it. Change it. Whenever you have stress, change the command. Use your energy energizers, have the list of energizers, and just pick up anything from those lists and give the command accordingly. Then your mind is going to adopt that instead of eating.
Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
So you will try this and let me know.
Sure, sure. I'm going to try everything, all the tips that you give me. Okay? Yeah. So the next one is, maybe this question can be about children. So now it's actually the exam time, right, for kids. And how to handle the kids during this exam time. So handle in the sense, obviously they're not going to act normal during exam time, maybe due to the lesson stress, or fear of exam. Okay. And something like that. So they're not going to be like normal, like how they be in the other days, non-exam days. So how to handle them, how do you pit pat them and all those things.
So I have two questions here as clarifications before I answer this.
Okay.
Now, which age kid are you talking about when
Oh,
it comes to exam?
okay. So what I mean is, I can say,
So you are a mother of two kids. One is a teenager, one is a toddler.
yeah,
So not a toddler, one is the primary stage. So which one are you talking about?
both of them,
Both
react
of them.
the same way.
So
Yeah.
the only thing, in parenting, it is important that you don't deal both the kids the same way.
Okay.
So as your kids are growing, our parenting style has to change. All
Okay.
right. So we have a program called A to Z of parenting that helps you to adopt the right styles for each of the age of your kid. I've
Okay.
seen that a lot of parents will deal even the teenagers also in the same way, and the toddler also in the same way. Everybody, the parenting style is always remaining the same. Even after they become a grandmother, they will remain the same. So it is important that first you adopt a different parenting style. So to your teenager child, you need to give the responsibility for them to study by themselves. You can be a support to them, but you need to tell them that it is your responsibility to study. You study, you don't study, take the responsibility of the consequence. So make that. And any help required, you can be there to support them. For your primary child, you cannot drive a habit in one day. It is not possible to drive the studying habit just before the exam. So it is important that you cultivate the habit every day to make them study. And then before the exam, it becomes normal for them to study. But if you are going to be, making them study only before the exam, they get stressed, they want to avoid it, they become cranky, and that's why you're facing all of this.
No, no, like
Okay.
what I
So the
meant,
next question that I have for you is,
yeah.
the next question I want to ask you is, who is getting stressed before the exam, you or the kid?
Okay,
Whose
okay.
stress you want to handle?
So just because they get stressed, seeing them, I get stressed. That is the thing over here. So
Okay.
I really don't know, like when they handle that stress, right? Maybe because even see, I also, go through a lot of things from morning to the evening, right? So when they throw the tantrum to you, obviously you cannot be the catcher all the time. In that case, how do you handle? That is my
See,
question.
children learn from seeing more than hearing.
Okay.
If you are also getting equally stressed during their exam times, then they see that you are stressed and they want to be stressed, more stressed, in fact. If
Okay.
you can handle it in a relaxed way, telling them, okay, chalo, you have the exam tomorrow. You read whatever you can. I will be there to support you. Any doubts, I'm there to help you and guide you. Just be it in a calm, relaxed state.
Okay.
And if they are not studying, if they are not doing it, tell them twice, give them that warning. If you're not studying, you will face the consequence. You will need to feel, give them the consequence of it. Still, they are not obeying, let them fail. Let them fail one exam, face the consequence of it. Then when the failure is there, that time you tell them. That time you tell, see, this is what did not want you to undergo, and that is why I was telling you. So can you now start studying from if on a daily basis as a habit?
So, Purni, the thing is, they study, okay? They study, and it's not that like, they study only during the exam time. They, handle everything in a balanced way, okay? But what I meant is like the pressure they get during exams, okay? During exams in the sense the the lesson pressure and the pressure from the school side and all those things, and they have that competitive mode, right? So in those cases when they are in a high pressure or a stress mode, okay, how to handle that kind of situation, that's what my.
Wonderful. So, in our exam mastery program that we normally conduct in schools, also we conduct, and we do it every May. Every May, we have exam mastery program where we teach them how to handle emotional stress. Okay, we teach them the techniques, we teach them anchoring techniques, we give them affirmations, and we also tell them that how to plan ahead, how to work on the goal setting, how to start in the exam hall, what are the things they need to follow to ensure that whatever they learn, they remember. We teach them the study techniques, memory techniques, everything. So when we are doing all of that, automatically confidence comes for them. So I will definitely keep you posted for this May's program on exam master.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Purni, thank you so much. Okay, so I think that the other question I was about to ask you was Are there any specific tips for managing, the anxiety or the stress in children? I think you have answered most of the points that this question is asking for, right?
So normally the anxiety or the stress comes from what the self-talk of the child. So
Okay.
what the child tells to itself, and what the parents tell to to the child, and what the teachers tell to the child. The anxiety or the stress comes based on that. If we are able to tell the child, make them understand how to comprehend whatever anybody tells to it, and how to start thinking positive, then it is easy for the child to start working on towards this. Okay. So I think a lot of these questions related to uh, children today that you have asked will be useful for so many parents or teachers or educators or grandparents, anybody dealing with children. So if you wanted to learn further, I would also like to leave the link of the A to Z of parenting program that anyone who's dealing children can do. I'm just leaving the link of it in the description below. You can take that course also as a recorded version, and you can be feel free to connect with me whenever you need a one-to-one counseling or one-to-one therapy for your child, or wherever you want healing to happen for your child, wherever you want a career guidance for your child. So when they are having a goal, their responsibility is automatically taken forward. So I would like to immensely thank Mrs. Nagammal for being a part of this amazing program today with Chit Chat with Dr. Purni. And thank you for your time, and thank you for your valuable questions. I hope it was useful for you. Over to you to just give the end note for the viewers.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Purani. The tips that you gave me, was really awesome, and I'm going to implement it in my day-to-day life also, both for me as well as with my kids. Okay. Thank you so much, Purani.
Thank you, Nagu, for joining today. And with this, we come to the end of today's Chit Chat with Dr. Purni series. I will meet you next week with another beautiful, most interesting person here. And till then, it is Dr. Purni signing off, wishing you abundance of happiness and success.